Ever since I can remember, YouTube has been a huge part of my life. It's been entertainment for me, it's been an education for me, and my biggest role models were always on YouTube. Something about YouTube, I was just always fascinated with the idea of being able to watch someone anywhere in the world, different skills and different life perspectives, just upload videos of what they love doing. In 6th grade, my friends and I got into riding bikes. We would ride all over town. We'd go around town jumping up and jumping down curbs, doing 180s, and jumping over some logs. I remember there was this one log at the ice cream shop that we would just jump over for hours. We would do it literally all day. And we'd pretty much just ride our bikes until it got dark out that day. And then we'd go inside and watch YouTube. Around that time, we found someone on YouTube named Adam LZ. Adam LZ would upload stuff that we liked doing. He would ride around his town doing bike tricks. He'd go to crazy skate parks. And he even had some how-to videos on how to do tricks that we wanted to learn. If we weren't riding our bikes, we were watching Adam on YouTube. I'm pretty sure everyone in my friend group at that time wanted to be like Adam. We all got cameras and we started filming each other. We'd film us doing tricks, what parts our bikes had, and we'd even do some how-to videos on some simple tricks that we knew how to do. That was like the fun era of my life. I didn't really care about much. I loved riding bikes, editing videos, and watching YouTube, so that's what I did. Naturally, as we got older, that friend group kind of split apart and we were going into high school. We stopped riding our bikes as much, so we stopped uploading to YouTube as much. In high school, I didn't really have too many friends. I would spend a majority of my time playing video games, editing videos, and just watching YouTube. I had a few close friends that I would talk to about that stuff during school, but for the most part, all my friends were online, and I would play video games with them and also edit videos. During high school is where I kind of started to feel lost. I feel like I didn't really relate to too many people, and I just remember that all the teachers would always say, your GPA is so important. If you didn't have a good GPA, you weren't going to get into the college you wanted. If you didn't have a good GPA, you weren't going to get the job you wanted. But at the time, I was watching YouTubers. That same kid, Adam LZ, that was uploading videos of him riding his bike for fun, was now turning it into a business. The FaZe Clan had a house out in LA. They were making a living spinning around in a video game. I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to get a job. I wanted to upload videos of me editing and playing video games and do that for my living. It kind of sucked because there was no business classes in my school teaching how to start a business or even really acknowledging the fact that that was a possibility. So I went to YouTube. I watched my favorite creators and watched their process and how they turned what they were doing for fun into a business. I looked up how to sell things online. I looked up any question that I had about turning YouTube into a business on YouTube. I pretty much tried everything to make money in high school so I didn't have to go to college. I would sell clothes on Amazon. I tried drop shipping. I would edit videos for money, but none of those really worked out. I sold a few t-shirts. I don't think I sold any mugs that I tried drop shipping, and I made a few bucks from editing. Towards the end of high school, I actually started to enjoy it. I would go to some parties, hang out with more people, and there was actually some classes that I started to enjoy. The one class that stuck with me the most, and still to this day, was digital media. It was basically an editing class, and I kind of already knew how to do a lot of the stuff from just editing for fun, so it was super easy for me. But the best part is you could work in groups. And there was one project at the end of the year where you would recreate a music video for an already existing song. And at the time, I was super into editing, and my friend Quentin just started recording music. So instead of making one for an existing song, we decided to make our own song and then our own music video to that. We went crazy on this project. We had multiple locations, drone footage, and we had our own song. That project was by far the single most fun I ever had in school and probably the most effort I ever put into anything my whole high school career. So I think they still use our project as the example project when showing how to do it. Just as everything started to feel like it was coming together, I was faced with the question, where did I want to go to college and what did I want to do with my life? I really didn't know. I kind of convinced myself that I wanted to go to Arizona to do computer science, but pretty sure I knew the whole entire time I didn't really want to do it. It just sounded like a fun experience. At first, Arizona was pretty cool. I met a bunch of new friends. The weather was amazing. Classes were like a few hundred people versus like 30 in high school. And I joined a fraternity. But the fun didn't really last too long. I felt really out of place. I kind of started to realize that I didn't really want to be there. I quickly stopped hanging out with my friends, going to classes, going to parties, pretty much doing anything. During that time, I just remember feeling lost and I didn't really know why I was at school. I just knew that after these 4 years, I was gonna have to get a job in computer science to pay off the debt for the school for computer science, and I was probably going to lose my passion for editing. And that part was a really big struggle for me because I knew deep down that I never really wanted to go to school, but since I was good at getting good grades and I always got awards in school, I felt like it was like wasted potential if I just dropped out. But as the semester went on, it kind of just kept getting worse. I would hang out with friends even less, I would go to school even less, and I would just sleep all day. So after that semester, I made the decision that I just didn't want to go to school anymore. I wanted to try my own thing, and to be honest, at the time, I didn't really know what that meant. I just told my mom that I wanted to start a social media marketing agency or just try to make my own business. The truth is, I had no clue what I wanted to do. I just knew I didn't want to be in school. During that winter break, I spent a majority of my time trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life and also convincing my mom and my friends that I didn't want to go back. I vividly remember that winter break because I cried. I cried a lot, actually. And I cried because I knew that I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to graduate college and get a job, but I was worried about what other people would think if I dropped out of school. Where I grew up, almost all of my high school went to college. Everyone went to college, got a job, and that's what they did. But the pressure of everyone around, your friends' parents, your parents thinking, what are you doing dropping out of college? I remember anytime I'd bring it up to anyone, they would say, why do you want to drop out? You got good grades, you can get a really good job in computer science and do that. But that's not what I wanted to do. In life, you only get to live once. As corny as that sounds, I didn't want to get stuck in a computer science job for the rest of my life doing something that I didn't want to do. I think one of the worst societal pressures right now is people want to play it safe. They want to go to college and get the job and have their life figured out by 18. I remember being in high school and people were asking, where do you want to go to college? What do you want to do? What kind of job do you want to get with that? And it's like, dude, I'm 17 years old. Like, I'm not supposed to have this figured out. A lot of people go to college, get a degree in something that they think they like, and then they find out by the time they're 25, 26 that, oh, I didn't like this the whole time. I just liked the idea of having my life figured out early. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to put myself in an uncomfortable position to figure out what I liked, what I wanted to do with my life, what I was good at. That's why I wanted to drop out. Even after all that, I was convinced to go back. I remember my mom saying, just give it one more semester. If you hate it, you can stop. So that's what I did. I gave her one more semester and I absolutely hated every minute of it. Maybe for the first week going back, I had a little bit of hope that I would enjoy it. I remember feeling more depressed. I never hung out with my friends. I never went to class, maybe 5 times the whole entire semester. I just literally stayed in my dorm room and slept all day. But long story short, made it through the semester and now we were on summer break. I had already made the decision that I didn't want to go back to school, but I was still technically enrolled and I needed to figure something out. So I got an internship at a beauty care company. I was doing their social media marketing and content creation, and I was learning a lot. I was learning how to use a camera, edit, how to run ads, and I was being paid for it. Around that time is when I posted my first YouTube editing tutorial. It was a Lightroom tutorial and I was super awkward. Like you could visually see how awkward I was on camera. That video is unlisted and you guys are not getting that, no shot. Also, around then, I really started to like music, and I remember how much I liked that music video project from high school. So I started shooting music videos. I would work during the day, and then I would go shoot music videos at night, and sometimes I would upload tutorials. Around that time, I was really just trying everything so I could get something working so I didn't have to go back to school. And luckily, stuff just started to kind of work out. I was enjoying my job and I was shooting a lot of music videos on the side. I started to get better and I had consistent work. So I made a decision, I stood my ground, and I didn't go back for my sophomore year. So all my friends went back to school. I was stuck in my hometown and pretty lonely, but I was grinding the job and music videos and also tutorials every once in a while. It felt like I was starting to get some traction and everything was going really well until this sickness happened. The one that you can't talk about on YouTube or you get demonetized and your channel gets whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. Almost immediately, I lost all music video work that I was doing, and slowly I kind of just stopped working at that beauty care company. Just as everything felt like it was going in the right direction, it just all crumbled right in front of me. I didn't know how long it was going to last, if it was going to be a few weeks or a year, but that following 12 months was by far the darkest part of my whole entire life. I would wake up every morning and play video games for like 12 to 16 hours a day. That's literally all I did. I started to feel sorry for myself and I felt like stuff was happening to me for a reason, and I slowly just kind of stopped caring about my dreams a bit. But one thing I've always been pretty good at is being self-aware. During the time, I was being self-destructive, and for a little bit, I kind of knew that, and I was almost leaning into it. I felt like other people should feel sorry for me, but luckily, it didn't last too long. I guess only a year isn't that bad. I started to just be crazy bored playing video games all day, and I felt kind of like a loser just not doing anything with my life and not chasing my dreams and trying to be successful. So around my birthday time in November, I remember getting back into the gym, being consistent there, and then that kind of inspired me in December of 2020 to upload a video every single day to YouTube for the whole entire month. I called it Tutorial Miss, and we uploaded 31 videos in 31 days. At the beginning of December, my channel had like 3,000 subscribers, and I think I finished around 6,000. So I saw my channel almost double in just 1 month. And just like what I was seeing at the gym is if I was consistent with something, I started to see progress. I always watched these YouTubers have so much fun uploading videos and making so much money and doing it all the time, but I didn't put it together that they were treating it like a job. To be successful on YouTube or literally with anything, you have to treat it like a job. You can't upload videos once every 3 months and expect your channel to just blow up. Also, during December, I tried making my first real editing pack. It was called the Ultimate Texture Bundle, and it's still on my website and I still use it today. I live stream me making it on YouTube to probably 3 people, but there's over 36 hours of footage of me ripping and scanning the paper in 4K to my computer and then fixing it in Photoshop and making each rip one by one. And when I released it towards the end of December, people loved it. They liked the idea of being able to do something like arts and crafts, but digitally. And I think it kind of just showed how much time and effort I put into it because almost immediately people loved it. It quickly started getting used in smaller music videos and then bigger ones. And to this date, it's been used in some of the biggest music videos of the year. The pack that I made in December of 2020 is still being used to this day in mainstream music videos. And I know exactly why. I spent so much time and effort and made such a good quality product that it was almost undeniable. So after December, I kind of just stuck with that. I would upload tutorials on music video effects that I liked, and I was consistent. And I guess that's kind of where we're at today. The channel just hit 100,000 subscribers. I do YouTube full time, and I'm loving it. 100,000 people is crazy. It's actually such a big number that it's really hard to visualize. 100,000 is 4 times the amount of people that currently live in the city that I live in. And you guys are subscribed for music video editing effects. That is insane to me. 100,000 has been a goal of mine on YouTube since they introduced the plaques. I saw my favorite creators get it, and I thought it was insane. I thought it was almost impossible to get. If you can relate to my story at all, or you felt like I was describing your life, or anything like that, please just promise to me that you're not going to give up on your dreams and you're just going to start. You're just going to start and not stop. I think those are the 2 most important things. If you start and you don't stop, you can't really fail. You're just in the process of figuring it out. And that's kind of the philosophy I've been living my life by recently, is I don't have everything figured out. I'm slowly starting to, but I'm sure in 5 years, my life's going to look a lot different than it does right now. But I'm okay with that. I'm confident that I will figure it out because I've got this far so far. Over the years, I found out if you surround yourself with good people, you tell them your goals, and you just go after them, it's kind of hard not to hit them. I guess just do it for your younger and your future self. Because I know that 13-year-old boy that was riding his bike around town, editing Call of Duty all day, is now loving it. And I can almost guarantee you that the 50, 60-year-old version of me is going to be really proud that I started. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for making it all the way to the end. Hopefully with this video I can inspire someone to continue chasing their dreams, or I guess to start chasing their dreams. But I kind of just want to give you guys an update of what to expect on the channel. I'm going to continue making editing tutorials. I want to continue making those vlog style content that I've been doing recently, and I also want to try out some more entertainment style video editing stuff. I have a bunch of ideas for videos, and I'm super excited for the rest of this year and 2023. I also want to share with you guys my next set of goals. 100,000 has been a huge goal of mine for a while, and I've made it public. I think making your goals public and sharing it with friends is really important, so that's what I'm going to do with you guys. I want to make, and I'm going to make, the best editing plugins and extensions in the video editing world, and I'm kind of already doing that. I have an After Effects extension called Shake Sauce that is out right now, actually. I'm opening it up for pre-order. If you made it all the way to the end, you can go in the description and pre-order Shake Sauce. It's by far the easiest shake to use, the most fun shake to use. It's the most affordable. It's just the best shake in all of After Effects. I spent a bunch of time, effort, and money making it so that it could be the absolute best version of what I had in my mind. Making plugins and extensions is something that I've dreamed about for a few years now, and it always felt like so far in the future and so unattainable. I couldn't even envision how it was going to get done. But here we are today. I'm announcing my first After Effects extension. It's called Shake Sauce. It's the best shake in After Effects, and you guys are gonna love it. I released a beta version of Shake Sauce that was probably 1/100th of what Shake Sauce actually is, and people really liked it. So right now it's actually a pre-order. It's gonna be at a discount for the next few days, and when it officially comes out in a few days, you will get an email immediately as soon as it comes out. But since you're supporting and getting the pre-order, you're gonna get it at a discounted rate. And before I end the video, I think that's another reason why it's really important to start. I had no clue how to get to the extension and plugin level of making products, but I just started and I slowly figured it out. I said that goal out loud to my friends and my family, and slowly just started to come together. People were pushing me to do it because they knew it was something that I wanted. And you know, I've had a few friends and family members that have helped me in the journey of making it possible. I wanted to just say thank you to everyone in my life that's pushed me forward, because without you guys and without saying your goals out loud, it's kind of not possible. And without starting, it's not possible. So I know it's just as every YouTuber ever says, thank you, blah, blah, blah. But for real, thank you guys. It's changed my life and it's allowed me to do something that I wouldn't have been able to do before. Peace.